Okay, so y'all, all right. Remember this guy, Jonathan Oddi? Yeah, he claims to have been Diddy's slave, and also with Cassie. It was years ago. This man, he ran into the Trump hotel somewhere out down there in Florida. The man ran into one of these Trump establishments, and he had a pew pew, and things ensued, and the state did charge him. Okay, so he's been going to court for years and years. His police interrogation went viral a few times over the past few years, because first it went viral before the Diddy allegations and before all the Diddy stuff came out. So at that time, people were like, oh my gosh, this man is crazy. And then there was maybe a select few people that were like, no, he's not crazy. I've heard that before, or I've seen it, or y'all just don't know.
Diddy and Ross and Kevin, they all gay.
I don't know why the court case it's weird, y'all, because I've been kind of ignoring it. But I just went over this morning, finally. Peanutly and beautiful Messy Ball have really been on me to look into this case on my other channel, on the live chats and stuff, That Surprise Witness. So I finally look at it, and Jonathan Oddi had a hearing scheduled today. Now, I looked at the docket, and it looks like this case has just been being pushed off and pushed off and pushed off for literally years. It's like reset to this date, and then there's like, I don't know, hundreds of subpoenas for all these different people, and it's like almost 1,000 documents have been filed in this case. There's like all these different lawyers that have come in and out. So finally today, I'm like, all right, fine, I'm going to the Zoom court meeting. So I log in, and you have to put your name and all that, which I think is unconstitutional, but whatever. So I'm in there, and this judge, she's flying. The hearing today, it was scheduled on the docket as plea. It said plea hearing. And this was unusual because up until only about like this month, they've been saying plea. But before that, it was saying other stuff like trial hearing or status hearing or whatever. So I was like, what's he gonna plea? So I log into the Zoom. The judge, she's flying. It stressed me out. It made me nervous. And everybody in there seems to be keeping pace with her. So I'm just, writing my notes. Now, it did have a no recording rule. And I did follow that. So I was not recording on, the video and stuff. Well, for that reason, all I have to go by is my notes. It was given like Britney Spears court hearing, because when we would go there, they would take our phones and put them in these like signal proof Faraday bags or whatever, Faraday, I don't know how you say it, and then they would lock it. And they only did that to the public, they didn't do that to the media, so they had their phones.
Security guard patted us down. They put our phone in this little bubble case. They can't get unlocked until we walk out.
At the Diddy party?
I've never been to how it does sound similar from how it has been described.
And that's why they lock up our phones, because they know what we see in there, it's he can get in trouble, like right now.
Anyway, so then this judge, she's cute. She has a sign above her head that says, quote, "We who labor here seek only truth." And I just thought to myself, I hope that part's true. The irony if that wasn't true. It'd be like, woo, one of us always tells the truth, one of us always lies, paradox or something, Anyway, okay, so she's like flying through these other cases, and like almost every single case is like reset, like 30 days out. A couple of them, it's like, all right, we're not going to prosecute. They're going to let him out of jail or whatever. Finally, she does call Jonathan Oddi's case, and the camera is not set up in the courtroom. So you can't see in the courtroom. You could only see her, the judge, and there was like this one judicial assistant you could see. So you couldn't see her, if Jonathan Oddi was there or not. It doesn't seem like they do transport the people to the court dates. It seems like they probably would have been on Zoom too, but his name was not up on the Zoom. So I don't know if he was in there or not. I really don't know, but I can tell you I did not see him. I cannot confirm he was there. So she calls up these lawyers, and again, I was just scratching, trying my best to write what was, she was saying. It was like kind of like happened so fast, but on the record, Jonathan Oddi's lawyer's name is Christopher, and it's spelled DECOSTE, but I think she was pronouncing it DeCote. I'm really not sure. DeCoste is what it looks like to me. But she calls up the lawyers, Finley, maybe Quinley. I really don't know. Finney, I can't tell. I couldn't tell you. And DeCote. She calls up the lawyers. Nobody says anything. She's like, Mr. Oddi. I thought it was Oddi. Maybe it's Oddi. I don't know. She's like, Mr. Oddi. Nobody's saying anything. And finally, the camera off prosecutor. I feel like if you're working for the people, you should have your camera on. We should be able to see what you're doing. Camera off prosecutor, AGA Schwartz. He says, something about this is an out of division ASA. It's like a riddle. It's a code word. I don't know. I mean, I went all the way to law school, passed the bar, I know what they're talking about. And so the judge is like, okay, well, I'll pass it. I'll pass the Oddi case for now, and just moves on. Now we wait for it to come back up because maybe it looks like his lawyers weren't there or something because nobody spoke except this one prosecutor. And so then again, about 15 minutes later, 9:30 Eastern time, judge calls for Oddi. She's saying Oddi. I think it's Oddi. His case again. Schwartz, Finnan, Finland, Ken, Quinnen. I don't know what his name is. Then the judge asked if anybody had anything on the case. I'm paraphrasing, but she's like, does anybody have any notes? Anybody have anything? Anybody have anything to report? It's just kind of like one of those moments, right? No, they did not. Nobody did. Crickets. And she said she would continue to pass on that case. She did mention in that time, to my recollection, according to my notes, I mean, it happened so fast again. But I did write down in here something about there was mention of a family member there, but I know exactly what the judge said. So the judge then calls the next case, and like within seconds of calling that case, goes off the record, turns the camera off, turns her microphone off, and like minutes goes by. Now, she was purporting to be calling the next case. But in that first interaction I just told you about, you know, when she first talked to that lawyer about out of division ASA and all that, she stopped in the middle of it. I hope there's a transcript. She stopped in the middle of that discussion and referred to a previous case and said, hey, attorney so-and-so, I just to let you know, we're going to push it off for it's going to be the new hearings 10/28. So she's trying to get people out of there, right? So I do know that she is willing to stop what she is doing to go and attend to a previous case. But she does say, okay, let's go off the record, and turns the camera and the microphone off. I don't know. It's the last thing she said was another case. She said, we're going to skip Oddi. We're going to go to the next case. And she goes off the record for like 5 minutes or something. 3 minutes. I mean, it felt like a long time. Then there's like a group chat and people are like, is anyone else cut off from the audio? And it's like, yeah, this is a long time to be off the record. Cause it was minutes. It was minutes. It was enough for like at least 2 people in the group chat to be like, we still off the record? Like, but it is kind of like, you know, restaurant time. Court time is like, sometimes minutes pass fast. Sometimes it's slow. It's a time warp. Okay, so at 9:54, she calls again for the Oddi case. It's the third time. Okay, and I'm again, it's moving so fast. I cannot tell you, and I wasn't able to record it, who was speaking. But it seemed like it was someone speaking now as if they were Oddi's lawyer, Jonathan Oddi's lawyer, or like working with the lawyer. He said, Dakota, the lawyer, the defense, Jonathan Oddi's lawyer, just couldn't be there today. Jonathan Oddi has been in prison since 2018. Being held, or jail, I guess. I don't know. Is it prison if you haven't been sentenced? And they keep pushing and keep pushing. He said, but I'm paraphrasing here based on my notes, but he's like, I'm assuming this is a lawyer who works with Jonathan Oddi's lawyer. He said he had permission to speak off the record sidebar, go proffer sidebar with the judge or something. Again, whispering in the sides of the courtroom is supposed to be a public hearing. The prosecutors represent the people. They represent us. So why is it we getting left out? I'm just so curious. But he had permission from the lawyer who couldn't bother to be there today because he couldn't be there today for some reason. He had permission to talk to the judge secret, you know, to the side out of earshot of the public, the people who the case is being brought on the behalf of. So then this guy goes, he's like, I'm going to be asking for, you know, a 30-day extension basically. And he's like, I don't know if he'll be ready to plea in 30 days, but he just went ahead and still asked for 30 days more. And I'm just starting to wonder, why? Why are we talking about a plea? And then I started to look for the documents. I can't find them. It looks like you have to public records request each specific document unless there's another way to get them. So he does. The guy, this person who's, I'm assuming a lawyer, he goes talk off the record sidebar with the judge. She turns the camera off and the mic off again. Minutes goes by. That was at 9:54. She turned it off. And at 9:57, she was still off the record. By 9:58, she's back and she called the next case. So she didn't announce anything. She didn't say, all right, Jonathan Oddi is rescheduled to November 11th. Or, you know, none, like, she just came back on her, all right, I'm going to call case number. And it's like, what? So I waited around again. And then there was some other stuff going on with some other people. They were supposed to be letting some poor man out of jail today. Arias, I don't know what his name is. Free him. His sentence got reduced to time served, so he's supposed to be getting out of jail today. And they messed up the transportation order. So the jailer, the whatever, didn't bring him to the courthouse today, so he can't get out of jail till tomorrow. Then the court went into recess at 10:19, and I said, you know what, I'm logging off. So right before I sat down to film this video, I did check the record, and the record says that it's continued. It's continued. The next hearing's going to be on November 15th, 30 days. Today is October 15th, so it's going to be November 15th. And it's like, okay, hold on. I know stuff always gets, pushed off from time to time and, things happen, but what's really going on? What's really going on? That's all I really had to report for that. In the meantime, facts ain't defamation. I don't know if I'll keep y'all updated or not. This is such a rabbit hole. This felt like I was in the Matrix all dang day. Love you, Minnie. Okay, bye.
DJ investigate, she gonna find the truth. She gonna crack the case here. It's not a lie when it's paperwork. She will expose the truth. Daily updates for you. Better subscribe like I knew you would. We gotta stand for what's right. We gotta do for the good, yeah. I don't know what y'all have heard. That surprise witness got the word. We don't believe in Scientology. I do not need your mind control on me. We don't need your conservatorships, no. We doing right, what's right for the kids. Whoa.
Y'all cannot control me. I control my own mind. You could've controlled me then. Still not in this lifetime. Can he send us down the pink angel from the heavens of truth? You don't want to debate with BJ. The studying law is what she do.